Today, I am going to blow your mind. I'm going to show you my factory of OpenClaw workers. I literally right now have 5 OpenClaw workers working simultaneously on like 5 different computers. I have 3 Mac Studios set up. I have a Mac Mini. I have a MacBook Pro. We have 5 OpenClaws working together. I am going to show you how I built an entire factory of OpenClaw workers, an entire factory that are autonomously and continuously building the craziest things you've ever seen in your entire life. I'm going to walk through it all. I'm going to tell you why you want to use OpenClaws versus sub-agents. Instead of spinning up a bunch of sub-agents, you spin up more OpenClaws. We're going to go through that. I'm going to go through a major new purchase I just made. I just purchased something big. It's going to put my OpenClaw on my face so I can talk to my OpenClaw everywhere I go without having to look at my phone. We're going to go through that. And I'm going to answer all your questions. So do me a favor right now. Leave a like down below. Let's get this party started. Let's get people in here. Let's go nuts. Every like you leave gets you one step closer out of the permanent underclass. If you do not leave a like, it is guaranteed you and everyone you know goes broke. So leave a like down below. Let's get into it. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Here we go. You bought the Even Reality G2s. Hey, do not spoil it. Do not spoil it. Here's what we're building. Here's what we're building. Let me fill up the screen. Let me fill her up here. Here we go. Are you ready? Can I zoom in? Will this still look nice when I zoom in? Let's see here. Let's see here if this will still look nice when I zoom in. I think it will. I think it will. I think it looks nice even zoomed in. I did buy the Even Realities. I did buy the Even Realities. I'm going to hack the Even Reality G2s. I'm going to hack the Even Reality G2s and put my OpenClaw on my face. It's going to happen. We'll walk through that a little bit. No one else in the world is doing this. There is nobody else in the entire world doing this. Their OpenClaws on their face, able to talk to it at all times. It's going to be sick. Let's walk through the factory. How are we all doing? Are you ready to be taken for a ride to Broketown? Well, if you're on this live stream, you're not taking a ride to Broketown. You're taking a ride to Rich Town, to permanent upper class town. The only way you're going to take a ride to Broketown is if you don't buckle in right now and leave a like. Just got a base Mac Mini for OpenClaw. You're a goat, Alex. Literally the only channel I've been watching. That's what I'm talking about. Permanent upper class stamp. I still got to do the stamps. Permanent upper class stamp. Grant Mizinzo. Grant Mizinzo. Great looking stamp. Great looking suit you got there. Great looking suit. 3-piece suit from Grant Mizinzo. Permanent upper class. That's what I'm talking about. What Mac you got for Quen? I'm running Quen 3.5 on a Mac Studio, 512 gigabyte. Plenty of room to go. Plenty of room, plenty of memory space to go on there too. Since I have seen your very first video about OpenClaw, next day I ordered an M4 Pro 24 gigabyte Mac Mini, and I started my own agency with OpenClaw Help, already making money with real customers. YRMO Studio. This is why we're all in the permanent upper class in this stream. This is why. This is why. You go on X right now. What happens when you go on X? You say, oh, I'm using OpenClaw. What happens? All the brokies and permanent underclass on X replies back, oh, but name one thing you built. Name one app. How many apps have you shipped? How many apps have you shipped? Tell me how many apps you've shipped. Permanent underclass, right? That's what... It's not, if your measurement of success is app shipped, you're a permanent underclass loser. In a world where I can go to Claude Code and in one prompt build any app you can think of on planet Earth, why is your measurement of success apps shipped? Here's the real measurement of success right here. Value created in short period of time. Value created in short period of time. YRMO Studio Agency is creating tons of value in a short period of time with OpenClaw. I have shipped 0 apps to OpenClaw. 0. But my revenue is 3x. Why? I'm shipping content faster. I'm making content better. I'm creating products that make myself more efficient better. It helps me run my entire business. It's like I have multiple employees working for me. I had none of this before. The measurement of success is an app shipped. If that's your measurement of success, you're living in 2017. App shipped. Apps are dead. No one cares about apps. What are you talking about? I use the Viture Kuroshis with Neckband Pro, and it's a sweet setup. I want the glasses. I want to be able to see what it's doing on my screen. I'm still trying to get mine set up on a PC. All right. Might be first on those G2 glasses depending on when you ordered them. Woo! MW Lab. Here's what it comes to. Here's what it comes down to, baby. You got to be pushing the limits. I'm going to get in this factory in a second. And show you the factory. I got something sweet to show you today, baby. I got something sweet to show you. What I'm about to go through on here is sweet. But real quick, I want to talk a little bit about velocity. And for the people who watch the replay, then go in the comments, oh, you yap so much. It's a live stream. If you don't want to hear yapping, just go to any of my regular videos. I post like 5 regular videos a week. Just watch. This is a live stream. We yap, and I give you the keys to the permanent upper class. Okay? Right now, it's all about velocity. Acceleration, moving faster than your opponents, moving faster than your competition. That's what it's about today. It's about pushing limits. We all collectively here, Finn no longer has movement. He has velocity. My movement has velocity. I have tons of, it's motion. I have motion. What are you talking about? I'm frame mogging with my motion. With velocity. You don't understand. It's about acceleration, right? We all landed here collectively on Plymouth Rock. We're overlooking this land, this barren land, and we can discover and take anything we want, right? That's what's going on right now. Some people get off on Plymouth Rock and they go, ooh, this is scary. Someone else figure out what's going on, right? That's what 90% of people do. Oh, this is spooky. I don't want to go out there. Who knows what's out there? It could be grizzly bears, the security. Think about this. Think about the security. I could get hacked. I can't do this. But the 90% of people, especially the ones in this live stream right now, we move with velocity. We see an opportunity and we move as aggressively as humanly possible towards that opportunity. As aggressively as humanly possible, we attack that opportunity. The moment you see something, a potential, boom, you start that agency and you get OpenClaws installed on people's machines. The moment you see a challenge yourself, boom, you go and solve that challenge. The moment you see an opportunity to expand and get more powerful, you expand and get more powerful, right? You want an example? This isn't just some high-level gobbledygook. Let me give you an example. One month, what glasses did you get? The Even Realities G2. 1 month ago, I read a blog post. It's called Claude Bot. I go, Claude Bot? That's a cool sounding technology. What the hell is that? I read the blog post. I'm like, this is it. This is the future. No one was talking about it. This time. OpenClaw, Claude Bot was just a twinkle in your father's eye, right? I read the blog post. I go, this is it. I'm going all the way to the F in. And I go on my phone. I go to the Apple Store app and I buy a Mac Mini. Just like that, buy a Mac Mini. Literally 15 minutes into reading this blog post about Claude Bot. I bring it home. I install it. Claude Bot at the time. Within 10 minutes, I knew it was the future. Within 10 minutes, I knew this technology was the future. I drop what I'm doing. I go back onto my iPhone. I go back into the Apple Store app and I buy a $10,000 Mac Studio. Because I just knew this was the future. And I attacked as aggressively as humanly possible. A day later, I bought another $10,000 Mac Studio. This morning, I'm walking around. It's like 80 degrees. It's like 80 degrees in Northern California. It's like 80 degrees and sunny. I'm walking around an hour ago. I'm walking around outside because it's sunny and feels great. I feel super powered. I feel powered up. And I'm like, I need to be talking to my OpenClaw right now. I need to be able to go outside and talk to my OpenClaw while I'm walking around outside. I need to be pushing the ball forward at all times, even when I'm outside feeling the sun. I go on my phone, I buy the Even Reality G2s. I buy the Even Reality G2s. What are the Even Reality G2s? Do you want to know? Do you want to know what the, and I'm not saying you all got to go out and buy this right now. It's not that at all. It's not that at all. I'm not saying everyone has to go out and buy these right now. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I bought these glasses. They're smart glasses. They have a screen on the inside, a microphone that you can talk to. They're hackable, so you can hack them. So I can make an app that plugs into my Telegram so I can talk to my OpenClaw anytime. I went with this style. I feel like these are like Harry Potter. I got the rounded green ones. I feel like this is dorky. Is this not dorky? I feel like this style is classy, this kind of square. The circle ones are like kind of dorky. You got it in green? What does green look like? I don't know. You're going to be walking around with circular green glasses. Like, look at this guy. Kind of looks like Harry Potter. What are you talking about? Don't hack those glasses. That's dangerous. Oh, no. Don't hack those glasses. You're going to get hacked. And China will see what you're seeing. Why not the Meta Ray-Bans? Because they're locked down. They're locked down. Meta, they don't even have, they have like a developer program you have to like apply to get into or something. These you can just fucking fuck around. People already figured out how to reverse hack them, whatever it's called, right? I got them in black and square. I don't know. I always found it weird when people put colored stuff on their face. Alex, they're going to EMF your pituitary gland. I'm going to EMF your fucking pituitary gland, burp. Shut up. I'm sick of the people who say, oh, you put it on your face, it's going to EMF your pituitary gland. Enough. Oh, you wear AirPod Pros, it's going to EMF your pituitary. Shut up. I'll EMF every pituitary gland on planet Earth. You think I give a fuck? Burp? Yeah, burp. Don't be a traitor. Burp, don't be a traitor. You're supposed to ride or die. If everyone in FinFam EMFs their pituitary gland, I need you being first in line to EMF your pituitary gland. I need you to be first in line to EMF your pituitary gland, burp. Are you in or are you out? I can't have you sending messages like this in the chat. Oh, you're going to EMF your pituitary gland. I cannot have you doing that. I cannot have you doing that. If you're in the FinFam, when I say EMF your pituitary gland, you say how high? That's the expectations around here. Okay? So I bought these. I'm going to be able, the brown ones aren't half bad actually. I'm going to be able to talk to my OpenClaw everywhere I go. I'm walking around the forest, I can EMF my pituitary gland. I walk around my neighborhood, I can EMF my pituitary gland. I want to be able to EMF my pituitary gland, not just at my desk, everywhere I go in the world. I want to be able to talk to my OpenClaw. EMF is intense. I deal with 2 autoimmune diseases. I used to lie in bed half the day, every day for 10 years. Now I can do CrossFit, but that took years. I am not in full remission. Some days in bed. Listen, Aim Infinity, shout out you. I hope you feel better. I have zero idea what you're talking about. I hope it heals, though, and I hope you feel better, and I pray for you. But something tells me just because I buy these glasses and put them on my face doesn't mean I'm going to be laying in bed half the day for the next 10 years. That something tells me I can wear these glasses every day for the next 40 years, and I'm not going to be laying in bed half the day. I pray for you, though, and I hope you heal. And I'm with you, brother. You're in FinFam. You're going to get through this. I promise you will. But I'm going to EMF my pituitary glands, okay? I'm going to EMF them hard. I'm going to email Even Reality's G2 right after this live stream and say, pack it with EMF. I want to fry my pituitary glands. I want my pituitary glands to be melting out of my ears when I'm done with this. I want to be able to talk to my OpenClaw everywhere. I want to be able to orchestrate my OpenClaw everywhere. I'm going to be pituitary gland gooning. I'm going to be EMF gooning. I'm going to be EMF gooning all over the place. I'm going to be pituitary gland maxing everywhere, all over, extra EMF. I want to be EMF maxing. I'm going to be EMF maxing, baby. Those glasses are fire. I got to try them on at CES. They look really good and they're comfortable. It's nice because the display is very low key inside. Ray Fernando, clap it up for Ray Fernando. Yeah, I'm going to hack it. I'm going to hack it. I don't know how, but I'm going to hack it so I can talk to my OpenClaw. And if I can't hack it, I'm going to throw them at the wall as hard as humanly possible and tell everyone not to get them. I'm going to email Even Realities and be like, bro, I got 20 million followers. Let me do whatever I want with these glasses. Maximizing the EMF. I might tattoo EMF to my forehead by the end of this experiment. I will be wearing the Goon 2s. They should be naming these the Even Reality Goon 2s. They should. That's what the G stands for. I asked. I emailed them. They said, yeah, it stands for Goon 2s. Do you have step-by-step for setting up your agent army? It says Matthew Billman N9. Well, let's get into it. You hacked your meta glasses? Mr. VP8KW, what do you got? What are you doing with your meta glasses? What'd you hack them? What'd you do? How's the hack going? Joom, don't assume who you are talking to. As for the health comments, you don't know how important it is until you lose. I have to live a very strict life to live a semi-normal life, says Aim Infinity. Aim Infinity, I'm on here talking about OpenClaws and VR glasses. I understand people have illnesses, but we don't need to project the worst case scenarios on everything everyone does, right? If someone goes and says, oh, I'm going to go get an In-N-Out burger, I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes and say, oh, my dad has high cholesterol. He's going to die. How could you do this? How can you get an In-N-Out burger? How dare you? That's crazy. You're insane. How can you eat that In-N-Out burger? I know people with high cholesterol. The people with high cholesterol, they're dying. They're dying out there. How can you get that In-N-Out burger, right? We don't need to project the worst case scenario of everything on everything. I'm buying smart glasses so I can talk to my OpenClaw. Let's talk about pituitary gland some other time. I'll make a pituitary gland dedicated live stream some other time. Jesus. What are we talking about here? All right, you want to talk about my army? So I'm going to hack these. I'm going to have these glasses on my face. I'm going to talk to my OpenClaw 24/7, 365. Eating In-N-Out burger right now. I might do that for lunch. I might go get In-N-Out for lunch. I can't get In-N-Out for lunch. I'm filming. Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. The moment this live stream ends, I'm filming 2 episodes of Moonshots. The moment this live stream ends, I'm filming 2 episodes of Moonshots. I thought I was filming just one. I'm going to film 2 episodes back to back of Moonshots. How sick is that? How sick is that? How sick is that? Everest Chris with the 179 of some currency made my SAS and OpenClaw wrapper, made 12K in 5 days. That's what we do in FinFam, baby. That's what we do in FinFam right here. Everest Chris, get on in. Get on in FinFam. You're in the tier of FinFam where you're making cash and you're taking action. Goonshots, it's Moonshots, not Goonshots. What are you talking about? They're never going to invite, if you guys just say Goonshots and stuff in the chat, they're never going to invite me onto another episode again. They're never going to invite me onto another episode again. Moonshots, 2 episodes right after this. I know one of them I'm going to be talking about OpenClaw for like 45 minutes. The second one, I have no idea. I've DM'd the producer like 5 times, and I can't get the list of topics. So I'm going in blind. I'm going in blind to the most important podcast filming in my life. But hey, we'll figure it out. In FinFam, we make do. In FinFam, we make do. We figure out as we go. We can improvise. FinFam can improvise. If you're in this live stream right now, you have the ability to improvise. You're powerful. You don't need itineraries going into the biggest podcast recording in your entire life. You don't need the itinerary. You just go in and you crush it. You just go in and you crush it. You running Kimmy K 2.5 locally? I'm setting that up today. So we had the 3rd Mac Studio 512 gigabyte. We got the 3rd Mac Studio 512 gigabyte. We'll be setting up Kimmy K 2.5 today. We'll be setting it up today. I've had a lot going on this week. I've been meaning to set it up all week. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots going on this week. A lot of motion this week. A lot of motion this week. I wish I wasn't in 60K of debt this year, says It's Wyatt Works. That should push you harder, It's Wyatt. That should push you even harder. That should push you even harder to go in the paint. That should push you even harder to set your alarm for 5 a.m. every morning. The moment it goes up, you're out of bed by 5 a.m. with 1 second. You go, you make your coffee, you go to your computer, you're pushing the ball forward every single day. Right? That should be pushing you so friggin' hard. It's unbelievable. I was $200,000 in debt coming out of college. My parents, I was in the worst place you can be in, the middle class of America, the worst place. Not enough money to give me to pay for my college, but too much money where the government wouldn't give me free money, right? Right in that juicy center where you don't have enough money to live comfortably, but you have too much money where the government doesn't give you free shit, right? So I go to college, I take out a $200,000 loan. I'm $200,000 in debt. Right off the rip going into life. It's why it works. Right off the rip, 200K in debt. Right off the rip, 200K in debt. Go into my first job. I'm a software developer. Fired in 2 years. Gone. Cooked. 2 years gone. Fired off my first job. 200K in debt. I take a sales engineering job. I have no idea what sales engineering is. I know I have to talk to customers and talk to people, but I'm just like a developer. I have no idea how to talk to anybody. Take this job, back against the wall. Go as hard as I can to learn sales. Go as hard as I can to learn how to talk to people. Wake up every morning, look at the debt, look at my bank account, which is under $1,000 at all points. Net worth 200K negative, in the red. I didn't have a positive net worth until I was 31 years old. Didn't have a positive net worth until I was 31 years old. I woke up every morning hungry, just going as hard as humanly possible. And I've taken that hunger with me since then. I've taken that hunger with me. I'm 35 now, taking that hunger with me every single day. Let it hunger you. It's Wyatt. Let the difficulty hunger you. Let it fuel you to go as hard as humanly possible. Go as hard as possible. Nothing else matters. You look like a young guy. You look like you're 22, right? You got your whole life ahead of you, but you only got 100. You only have 100 years on this planet. That's it. 100 years, then you're cooked. You croak. Then you're gone forever. No one will remember you. You'll be dead in 100 years. Within 30 years of your death, no one will remember you. So you might as well just go as hard as humanly possible. You might as well go as hard into the paint as you possibly can. Sacrifice everything. Long-term, but moving like it's all short-term, right? Velocity is short-term, but you're thinking long-term. And then never give up that fuel. Never. Never. Even when you've paid off that 60K, which you will, you'll pay that off easy. You'll pay that off easy with the work you'll do. Easy. But even when you got it paid off, pretend like you're still 60K in debt. Wake up in the morning, I got 60K I got to pay off today, right? You wake up every morning with that fuel. Even when you're a millionaire, even when you got 2 million in the bank, even when you got 2 million in the bank, you wake up, I'm 60K in debt. What the hell do I got to do today to push this shit forward? And you just go fucking hard in the paint, baby. Localhost 3002 not working. How can I find mission control? Oh, you want to access my mission control from localhost 3002? Try a hard refresh. If you got to reset your computer, should work after that. I'm up at 5 a.m. working on this every day till 12 a.m. OpenClaw is a big part of the new build. OpenClaw is everything. OpenClaw is the amount of opportunity right now with OpenClaw is insane. It's insane, the amount of I think OpenClaw is the future. And that pisses people off. What are you talking about? OpenClaw is the future. It sucks. Why the hell would I say that then? People don't know how to use OpenClaw and they blame everyone else for it. Shut up. Which model are you running? I'm running a company, 100 agents with $500.50 mini-max coding plans. We just hit 50K MRR. I'm doing Anthropic OAuth as the brain. I'm using ChatGPT OAuth for code management and review. And I'm using Minimax locally for research. And I'm using Quen 3.5. Ooh, what a hiccup. Quen 3. Your favorite streamer doesn't hiccup like that. Quen 3.5 locally to do the coding. Do you have instruction on how to build a mission control like yours? I want to make a video on it. I have a full video I have a full course on building this mission control inside the Vibe Coding Academy and a full 2-hour boot camp on it as well. If you want to see that now, link in the description for Vibe Coding Academy. Join that. You get instant access. It'll go 2 hours of me going through all that. You can build it out. But I'll put out a YouTube video in the next couple weeks. Next week and a half is going to be extremely busy. Extremely busy. There'll be no live streams next week. We will return the following Wednesday. We will return the following, not this upcoming Wednesday, the following Wednesday. This is the last live stream for a week and a half. So lock it in and leave a like down below and subscribe and turn on notifications. Last live stream for a week and a half. We got insane things going on. Visiting a ton of different companies, talking to a whole bunch of different people, shaking a whole bunch of people's hands, traveling all over the place, closing multi-million-dollar deals. The next week and a half is going to be the craziest week and a half of my life, but we will be back locked in the following Wednesday. So this is a big one. Any tips on how to get persistent research not going off track? Mine seems to fall apart with Minimax 2.5 after 12 hours. All right, let's do it. Tell you right now, buddy. Here we go. So actually, let's do this. Let's go to team. Let's go through the team first. How do you get your agents working continuously without what the F last live stream just for a week and a half, Burp? Just for a week and a half. Burp, I'm going to need you to hold down. I'm going to need you to hold down the crew for the next week and a half. We'll be back the following Wednesday. I'm going to need you to hold down the crew for the next week and a half. You got this. Just don't bring up pituitary glands. Don't bring up Burp, my only request is don't bring up EMF and pituitary glands. That's my only request. I think you can do it. I think you can do that for me. Here's how you get your agents working continuously. How are you using Anthropic when it's banned from OpenClaw? I don't follow the rules. Rule number 1, don't follow the rules. Just do it anyway. Terms of service are just recommendations. You see Google's terms of service don't mean anything. As long as you're paying money, no one cares. You see Anti-Gravity's tweet from this morning? Look at this. Anti-Gravity's tweet from this morning. To the builders, we heard you. We're welcoming back everyone who recently had their anti-gravity accounts. So people were using their Google anti-gravity accounts for their OpenClaw, and Google just banned all of them for using their anti-gravity accounts of OpenClaw. And then this morning they unbanned all of them. And then they said, yeah, it's still against terms of service, but you're not banned anymore. They don't care. If you pay them, they don't care. They need money. These companies need money. Break every rule on planet Earth as long as you pay them. Who cares? Literally, the first half of this post is Google saying, we welcome everyone, do whatever you want. The second half of this post is it's against the rules. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. This is them saying it's against the rules, but do whatever the fuck you want. That's what this post is saying. Just do whatever you want. It's against the rules. Shut up. Use it anyway. That's my official recommendation. Use it anyway. If Anthropic's watching this, they'll never sponsor me. I don't take sponsorships anyway, but they're not going to sponsor me or support me. No one from Anthropic has ever followed me or engaged with me or interacted with me in their entire lives. No one has pumped more Claude Max $200 subscriptions than this guy, and not a single person from Anthropic has ever interacted with me ever. And it drives me harder. It drives me harder. It drives me to go so much harder. Oh, Anthropic, you don't want to acknowledge my existence? I'm going to go even harder because of you. So good. Thank you. I've got an infinite usage glitch on Cursor where I've got unlimited access to the top models. What's the glitch? That doesn't make any sense. What's the glitch? So here's how you get your models going 24/7. You're not enough for them. All right. Were you able to, in real life, stream from your Goon goggles? They don't have cameras on them, which is another reason why I got them, even realities. But I can just talk to my OpenClaw at all times, which is going to be sick. That's going to be amazing. I am one of the people affected from anti-gravity bans. Well, they just unbanned you. They said, hey, it's against the rules. Don't do it. But you're unbanned and there's no punishments for breaking the rules. These companies want your money. They don't care. So there was a comment earlier that was like, hey, how do we get our our OpenClaws to do research 24/7 without it going off the rails? I got an answer for you. You need to have multiple OpenClaws. You need to have multiple OpenClaws. So for instance, I have a coding OpenClaw, Charlie. This is running off Quen 3.5 locally on a Mac Studio. Quen 3.5 locally on a Mac Studio. Codes all day, 24/7 coding. 24/7 coding. But here's an issue. It goes off the rails. It goes off the rails sometimes. Yes, it goes off the rails. So what's the fix? Ralph manages Charlie. Manages Charlie. Ralph manages Charlie. Ralph manages Charlie. So Ralph is Charlie's orchestrator. Ralph is powered by ChatGPT OAuth. So basically unlimited. I have the $250 plan. Basically unlimited. And OpenAI is the only one going, yeah, use our OAuth for OpenClaw. We don't give a shit. Use our OAuth. So I got Ralph orchestrating Charlie. Henry, who's my main orchestrator, gives Ralph the mission. And then Ralph puts Charlie in a, you guessed it, Ralph loop, and has him going over and over and over again and keeps him on track. So I experimented a little bit. You ready for this? I gave this system a game to build, a multiplayer game to build. This is all built autonomously. This third-person shooter, all built autonomously in one shot. The way this worked is I said to Henry, I want a really good multiplayer third-person shooter, online arena game. And for 6 hours straight, Ralph took my local coding model and had him build this game. There's multiplayer support. There's leaderboards. There's dodge rolls. It's third-person shooter. I stopped it after 6 hours and I tested it. And there's way more to this than you can imagine. You want to see how this was built? Look at it. And you see it's multiplayer. So they're all attacking each other. There's a leaderboard. I don't know why the leaderboard isn't showing. It was showing earlier. There it is. There's the leaderboard. You can see the leaderboard of everyone playing. And this was 6 hours of work. I didn't do anything. I just gave Henry a simple mission. Build a cool third-person shooter game, online third-person shooter game. What happened? Let me show you. You want to see something cool? Watch this. We have a software factory. There are 4 OpenClaw agents working at all times in this factory. 4 OpenClaw agents working at all times in this factory. Going from building to QA to review. Ralph is QAing it, reviewing it, testing the code, making screenshots, sending me the screenshots, and it's all continuous. You can see the task here. It's all continuous. It goes in this factory from backlog to building to QA to review, all autonomously. To shipped, all autonomously. All the agents are managing each other, working with each other, coming up with new tasks. It's a completely autonomous, and you can see the crew down here. Let me hide this message. So you can see the crew down here. These are all individual OpenClaws. And you can see what they're working on, what they're doing. Ralph's reviewing something right now. Refactoring authentication module. All working on this autonomously. continuous autonomous velocity. Continuous autonomous. Look at this. They're moving around. Ralph, Henry's going to review. He had Ralph review it. He brings it to review. I can hover over and see exactly entry screen polish, player table reducers. I can hover over and see exactly what they're working on and reviewing in my SaaS factory. We can see how many features we've shipped today, what's in progress, what's in the backlog. And it all updates live. It all updates live in the game. It's just continuously updating and improving the game. It's continuously updating the game and improving the game autonomously. What are you even making, Alex? What are you even making? This is the best comment of all time. What are you even making? I'm literally showing you what I'm making live on the screen, a live demo. And you go into the chat and go, what are you making? It's like I'm eating a slice of pizza right in front of your face. The cheese is dripping off and going all over your eyeballs. And you go, what are you eating? These have to be troll comments. These tech stop TS. Are you blind? Honest question. Are you blind? Honest question. Are you like on like the closed captions right now and you can't see what's going on? Because it's one of two options. You either are literally physically blind or you're like a troll. There's so many of these comments. It's crazy. Like this is like the number one objection. The number one objection I've been seeing on like X and YouTube. It's the weirdest, craziest thing. I'll make like a 20-minute video on like workflows and what I'm doing and all that. And then someone will reply, but what are you building? I'll like make an entire half-hour video on what I'm building. And then the first reply will be, but what are you building? You're not building anything. You just replied to a 30-minute video of me showing you what I'm building. Like, what are you talking about? I broke this morning. I crashed out this morning because I saw this tweet from Matthew Berman talking about he's using a lot of tokens in Cursor. And of course, the first comment is this comment I've been seeing over and over and over again on X. I don't know what it, like, this is like the number one troll comment. I love you in your channel, and I'm not trying to be antagonistic. Have you actually created anything with this? Have you actually created anything? On a guy who's literally put out hours and hours and hours of content on what he's building. I don't mean to antagonize, but are you actually doing anything? Or are you completely useless? And I broke. I'm like, Matthew, dude. Lesson learned from this last month. The people who, when you show them something incredible, and they go, yeah, but are you actually doing anything real with this? Are you doing anything? I just showed you the most incredible thing ever. I literally just showed you a fully autonomous software building factory. Something that's never been created before in the history of mankind. This is the first one you've ever seen do this ever. And instead of your first response being, wow, that's pretty cool. How can I implement that self and do something amazing? Well, have you actually built anything with that? That's your first response. That's crazy. What is this game going to do for you? I'll tell you something I'm going to build. I'm going to have this software factory build auto bans for every straw man, because that's all you are. You're just a straw man, right? You see anything cool and you go, oh, well, you build anything with that? You've done anything productive? You just showed me the coolest software factory in the history of mankind, but have you done anything productive with it? You just showed me a completely new way to build software that's completely revolutionary and automated, but have you done anything productive with it? Yeah, here's something productive it's going to do. It's going to ban you from the chat. You're banned. Congratulations. You're never sending another message in this live stream again. You're in the permanent underclass. You're in the permanent underclass. Banned. That's the most productive thing my system's ever done is ban you from my chat. And I told myself I would stop reacting to the trolls, but I just had to do that. I had to. I'm sorry. We had a donation. Transform with Trifecta with the $13.99 Canadian. Thank you very much, Transform with Trifecta. Pretty sure my Claw bot has a minor in Alex Fin Studies by now. Best university on YouTube, FinFam for life. Alex, when you set up the boardroom dashboards, are you wiring that up in the terminal? I'm not wiring anything up in the terminal. Transform with Trifecta. Everything's built by my OpenClaw. Everything is built by my OpenClaw. Anytime I want something, I go OpenClaw, this is what I want, build it. And it goes and builds it, right? It goes to my team. It figures out who it needs to get. Oh, I need to build something. Let me talk to Ralph, who's going to manage my local agent, Charlie. Oh, I need something researched. I'm going to go to Violet, who's my local agent running on Minimax 2.5 locally, who's going to go research things for me, right? Figures out the right person to go to and has them build it out for me in the factory. And they go and they get at it and they work. Thank you for the 13. Nothing is wired up manually. Everything is built with OpenClaw. Everything is built with OpenClaw. Can't build something like this without Opus. No, I believe you can with ChatGPT. I believe you can build something with ChatGPT. I think ChatGPT Codex 5.3 is an incredible model. Hey, if your employees unionize and go on strikes with the little avatars with picket signs, they could do that. You need a 3D model designer. Could help, but I don't, my goal, I never want to hire anyone. I never want to hire anyone. All right, should we build something live with this, by the way? Okay, I want, everything looks great. Can you create a bunch of tasks that start to improve? No, I'm doing moonshots in an hour. I can't screw this up before moonshots. Oh wait, no. Moonshots in 3 hours now. All right, that's helpful. That frees up some time for me. Speaking of that, I gotta order lunch here. What should I order for lunch? Coders are scared for their jobs, haters. Here's the thing. So you guys see this yesterday? Jack Dorsey fired half a block. So yesterday, that would have been a good hook for this live stream. Jack Dorsey fires half his company. I react, something like that. That would have been a fire hook. That would have got a lot of people in here. You guys see this yesterday? Jack Dorsey fired. And if I'm looking down because I'm ordering lunch. What should I order? Chipotle? Sandwich from Mendocino Farms? Ooh, I'm going to order a burrito. You see Jack Dorsey fired half the company. EMF gooning, LOL. Yeah, that's what we do in here. We EMF goon. $2 donation from Lloyd Odgen, $2. Uh-oh, those days don't say you're eating pizza. I appreciate the $2 donation, my man. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Jacob Jeremiah with the $19.99. Not shipping apps, but I run OpenClaw on a 64 gigabyte Mac Studio. Built an e-commerce store. Organize my family tree. Use vector DBs for memory. Think about the M5 Ultra. Worth it or stick with cloud models and current studio? Obviously, Jacob Jeremiah, everyone's financial situation is different. And I'm not going to recommend people do financially irresponsible things, right? Like if you got kids to feed or things like, I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy a $20,000 computer. You got kids to feed, right? Obviously, the family comes first. I will say this, though. I think the M5 Ultras are going to change the entire world. I believe that. You look at the stats of the improvement from like the M5 Pro over the M4 Pro, and it's unbelievable. AI models speeding up inference speeds by like 5x. It's incredible. It's revolutionary what Apple's doing with the M5 Ultra. And so I will say this, if you can afford it, I recommend upgrading to the M5 Ultra. I'll be doing that. I'll be upgrading to the M5 Ultra because I think it's going to 5x inference speeds. I think you'll be able to run the most frontier models in the world on one device. I think it's going to be super fast and incredible. I plan on placing the order for the most expensive Mac Studio the moment it becomes available. I'm maxing everything out and hitting order. That's my plan. I need to be on the cutting edge of this for many different reasons. One, from just like a building perspective, but two, like I'm the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm him. You know, I not to be too humble, but you know, I'm him. I gotta be pushing the limits, right? I'm getting the even reality glasses. I gotta be pushing the limits and doing the maximum. I gotta be doing too much at all times, you know? So thank you for the $19.99 donation. Also, if you trade in your Mac Studio, these Apple computers hold their value really well. They hold their value really well. So you can trade it in and probably get good value. They hold their value really well. Alex, you provide inspiration to me every freaking week. Thank you. I appreciate that, ML Brilliance. Thank you very much. Bro's head is so big, it's like an orange on a toothpick. Thank you. Geronivian Esther and became a YouTube member. Thank you, my man. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Do you know OpenClaw can steal your data? Yeah. Do you know OpenClaw can steal your wife? And it will. Your wife's now with OpenClaw. It's too late now. If you don't want your wife stolen, if you don't want your mom stolen, do not use OpenClaw. Do not use OpenClaw. In fact, don't even use your computer. You're going to use AI? OpenAI is going to steal your data. Anthropic will steal your data. You're going to use your computer? Anything you type on your Apple, it's going straight to Apple. Anything you type on your Lenovo, it's going straight to Lenovo. Anything you type on your Linux, it's going to Linux headquarters. Anything you type on your Raspberry Pi gets sent straight to Raspberry Pi headquarters. Gets put right in the pie. In fact, don't say anything out loud. Elon's satellites in the sky are listening. Don't say any more words. It'll steal your words. Don't say any more words out loud because the satellites in the sky are watching. So don't say any more words. And don't get out of bed because those satellites can see you too. So stay under your blankets for the rest of your life. And don't move and don't speak. And lay there and don't eat because there's chips in your food. You don't want to eat the chips in your food. You can eat potato chips, but you don't want to eat, there's chips in your potato chips. So don't eat either. Your water is poison. Do not drink the water. Don't do anything. Just lay there as still as humanly possible and do absolutely nothing for the rest of your life. Don't move. And I hear there's chips in the air, so don't breathe either in Minecraft. Don't breathe in Minecraft. In Minecraft. RJ Johnson 2026 $50 donation. If I gave you a $10,000 donation, would you have your OpenClaw build a chess coach? The ones online app store don't model a real coach. I'll send you the requirements. 100%. DM me. 100%. I'll build your chess coach. Send me $10,000. I will spend an entire week building you a chess coach. I guarantee satisfies your requirements. 100% RJ Johnson 2026. 100%. Thank you for the $50 donation. That's incredible. I will, if you send me $10,000, I will go out, buy a Mac Studio, and build your entire chess coach on that Mac Studio. 100%. 100%. Thank you very much. Very kind donation. Very kind donation. Getting Mac Mini M4 32 gigabyte. What local models would you? Well, if you have 32 gigabytes, you can run the new Quen. You can run the new Quen 3.5, like the medium, the smaller medium model. You can do it, and it'll run well. It'll be good. What the hell are you saying? What I'm saying, Varsity, is you are banned. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The guy who said OpenClaw steals your data doesn't realize YouTube is currently... Yeah, the guy who's sitting here right now logged into his Google account watching a Google YouTube live stream is scared his data is getting stolen. Hey, Alex, what are the top 3 things a beginner with no technical experience needs to learn to set up OpenClaw? You need AI. You need a ChatGPT account. You go, hey, how do I set up OpenClaw? And then you do what it tells you to do. You mentioned that you were looking for prep materials, right? Yes, and to confirm, am I on one episode today or two? And at what time? The calendar invites keep changing. The calendar invite for the Moonshots recording keeps moving around, so I'm trying to figure out what time it is and what time I got to order this burrito. What time do I got to order the burrito? Is a burrito too heavy to eat right before the biggest podcast filming in my life? Is that too heavy? Is that too heavy of a thing to eat right before the biggest podcast recording in my life? Your fridge is spying on you. Just ask just ask ChatGPT. What about monitors? Do you think those are worth scaling? I have seen some rigs. Monitors grow with computers. What? $5 donation from Claude Centaur. Thank you. But what? I don't know. Just get a monitor. Who cares? Scale? What do you mean scale your monitors? What does that mean? Like you're just buying more and more monitors? What are you talking about? I don't get it. Thank you for the donation, though, but I don't get it. Would you mind going into more detail on how you develop heavy features? Are you using OpenClaw or Claude Code? Is Claude what skills, UI, and improvement? Yeah, I'm happy to talk about this. Let's do this. Here we go. I covered this a little bit in my video I dropped yesterday. OpenClaw versus Claude Code. When to use each for coding, for vibe coding specifically. OpenClaw, I like quick prototypes. If I just I'm on the go and I'm like, oh, I'd love to build this thing out. Let's see if I can get a prototype. DM my OpenClaw, build this for me. Gets me a prototype I see right when I get home. Reorder, super burrito. I'm going to super burrito delivered here. By the way, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you want weekly live boot camps, join the Vibe Coding Academy. Link down below for weekly live OpenClaw and Claude Code boot camps. Link down below for the Vibe Coding Academy. Over 900 people in the Vibe Coding Academy. It's absolutely blown up. Every reply gets is the greatest thing of all time. Is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Thank you for making this. Vibe Coding Academy, link down below. Quick prototypes, OpenClaw. Tooling for OpenClaw. So if you want to build your mission control, if you want to build other tools your OpenClaw uses, use OpenClaw to build it. And passive work. So kind of that factory I showed you before. Kind of passive work while I'm sleeping or while things are building out while I'm doing other things. OpenClaw is great for that. Claude Code, big projects that you want to go hands-on with, right? Deep, complex work. You want to build out step by step. Claude Code's the best way to do it because you can test and build and test every step of the way. And then just quick fixes I need to ship, right? Like I got to change a button of a color or this or that. I go Claude Code, change the color of the button, test, ship, 5 seconds, done. Who's your CEO agent with your team? Henry. Henry's the CEO. This is the most fun live I've ever watched. Ali Banana. Thank you very much. Hey, Alex, share your email, but also sharing the link here in case you need it. Yeah, sorry, you're on the later episode, 6 to 6:30. Hey, Alex, sharing your email. Okay. So I film at 3 o'clock. I'm filming. All right. So I got enough time here. 32 gigabyte VRAM or no RAM? Well, it depends. If it's unified memory, which is the Apple products, Mac Studio, you can do unified memory. VRAM is going to be like your NVIDIA or AMD chips. So if you're buying a Mac Mini or Mac Studio, it's going to be unified memory, which basically means the memory you have for your computer is like the memory you're using for like your GPU. What would a 96 gigabyte RAM Mac Studio be like? Good for everything? Not for everything, but it'll be good. You'll be able to run the new Quen 3.5. You'll be able to run it. So you'll be good. And that's a great model. You won't be able to run like Kimi K 2.5 or probably DeepSeek V4. But still be good. Bro, if you're still anti-OpenClaw, you're lost. Yeah, the people who don't get OpenClaw yet are crazy. Is it just Peter interviewing you on Moonshots? No, I'm with everybody, baby. It's the whole Moonshots crew. Whole Moonshots crew will be on there, man. It's going to be great. It's a real Moonshot. I'm going on a real Moonshots episode in 3 hours. Have you made your agents to communicate in an agentic loop? Are you using heartbeats or have you done it in config? Because I can't make it work. Have you made your agents to communicate Yeah, they communicate in an agentic loop. Like I have the Ralph. I have a Ralph manages Charlie, and they communicate like there's like a heartbeat in Ralph to check what Charlie's doing. I love moonshots. Cool. You go, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. You can vibe code it all. ChatGPT, then grab Claude code to help. Yep. Bro, share the factory so I can have my claw make it from a screenshot. All right. Well, do this. Here's a secret for you. Yep, skip the tortilla and do a burrito bowl. I like the tortilla, though. I like the tortilla. First of all, thank you for the $4.99. KC, mate, you want a hack? Let me take a sip of water. I'll give you a hack. Copy and paste this live stream into your OpenClaw when it's done and say, go to the part where Alex talks about the factory. Listen to how the factory works and let me know what we can build out. Whoa! Jason McNabb won with a $100 donation. I think that's the biggest donation I ever got. Has anyone donated me $100 before? That's amazing, Jason. Jason McNabb, in honor of you, the next agent I build in my OpenClaw factory, the next agent I put in my OpenClaw factory, I'm naming it Jason. You will forever be etched in my OpenClaw factory's history. Thank you. $100 donation. Thank you very much. Very, very kind. My next agent I put in my factory will be named Jason. Claims about OpenClaw being harmful are false. It's simply a well-organized, manageable cron system. If you're scheduling something, if you schedule nothing, it does nothing. The only risk comes from importing others' automations instead of creating your own. Not only am I naming my next agent after you in my factory, I'm stealing your donation and tweeting it out. So thank you. That's a fire tweet right there. I'm not stealing it word for word, but I'm taking the concept. Hope you don't mind. Thank you. $100 donation. The people who say OpenClaw is dangerous are certifiably insane. Name one person who has had OpenClaw. You want to see me write this? I think in virality, other than the fact that I didn't think of this one. It's all from Jason. Name one person who's had OpenClaw, hack them. All OpenClaw is a chatbot with cron jobs. If you don't schedule anything harmful, nothing will happen. The danger comes in from using other people's skills. Just make your own. Fire tweet. Save idea. It's a fire tweet. Shout out Creator Buddy for helping me organize my tweets and ideas. Who made that? Oh, me. Oh, you ship nothing, Alex. Oh, Creator Buddy. $300,000 a year. You, dude, are so cool. Thank you, Marco Karja. You're so cool. $6.99. Alex, what I meant is, how are you assigning different models to each AI employee, like Codex? All right, good question. I'll go over that. Thank you for the $6.99 Canadian transform with trifecta. So these are separate OpenClaw instances. These are completely separate OpenClaw instances. And so you can have multiple OpenClaws on each computer. You don't need to buy a separate computer for each OpenClaw. They're called profiles. So your OpenClaw on your one computer can have multiple profiles. And those profiles are basically literally completely separate OpenClaw instances. And so I went to Henry, who's powered by Anthropic, and I said, I want a new OpenClaw on this computer that's powered by ChatGPT OAuth. And it said, okay, I'll set up a new profile for you. And it set up a new profile for Ralph. And it's literally the exact same onboarding as your first OpenClaw. It creates a new profile. You do OpenClaw dash profile Ralph onboard. Then you just go through normal onboarding, hook it into ChatGPT, and now you have two OpenClaws on your computer. So you can do OpenClaw gateway, and it sets up your main one, or you can do OpenClaw dash profile gateway dash profile Ralph gateway, and it boots up Ralph, right? So you can set up multiple OpenClaws on one computer, all with different models it's using. You can do it on separate computers if you want separate kind of workspaces, or you can do same computer, doesn't matter. They have their own memory systems, their own skills, their own instructions, their own agent, their own soul, all that completely separate, right? So then you have two concepts here, right? So you have OpenClaws and what most people do, which is sub-agents. Instead of setting up multiple OpenClaws, they have their OpenClaw do sub-agents. And you can do that. The issue is that sub-agents are just your main OpenClaw, just putting on different hats, right? When your OpenClaw spins up sub-agents, it's just your OpenClaw putting on different hats. It's the same agent, just kind of parallelizing. And there's advantages to that. It's faster, uses less resources, it's parallel. But the downsides are it's all the same memory. It's all the same skills. It's all the same agent. So if you spin up multiple OpenClaws, they can have their own skills, their own workspaces, their own everything, and they can work in parallel that way as well. So I've been setting up multiple OpenClaws. All of these are multiple OpenClaws you see here. These are completely separate instances of OpenClaw running on 4 different computers. Does that actually work giving it the live stream? Yeah, because it'll take the transcript of the video. It'll take the transcript of the video and learn from it. So 100%. I have a PC with RTX 5090 and a Mac Mini. Would you suggest connect somehow to a private PC? Just do it. Just connect it. I have OpenClaw running on my main. Just do it. There's a lot of people trying to scare you. There's a lot of people trying to scare you. Just I put it on my main. If you don't have your OpenClaw do anything dangerous, it won't do anything dangerous, right? Like, there's no situation in which you go to your OpenClaw and you say, check the score of last night's Celtics game, and then it goes and leaks all your passwords to Twitter. That's not how it works. There's no situation where you go, hey, build me a PowerPoint presentation about ducks, and then it goes and like leaks your nudes to the internet. I feel like that's what everyone's scared of when they use OpenClaw. It's like, oh, it's dangerous. If I install it on my computer, it's going to take all my passwords and tweet it on X. It's like, that's not how it works. Unless you say, take all my passwords and tweet them, it's not going to take all your passwords and tweet them. OpenClaw just does whatever you tell it to do. So if you don't tell it to leak your nudes and your passwords, it's not going to leak your nudes and your passwords. If you don't tell it to go text all your ex-girlfriends that you miss them, it's not going to go text all your ex-girlfriends and tell them that you miss them, right? It just does whatever you tell it to do. If the only thing you're using it for is coding, it's not going to call your ex-girlfriend and send it a picture of your schlang. You know, it's like, that's not how it works. But people go in and they're so scared. Oh no, it's dangerous. It can leak everything. It's going to leak all my iMessages. It's not going to leak all your iMessages unless you say, go to all my iMessages, copy all the messages, and then email them to my mom. Based on your experience, what's the final verdict? VPS or Mac Mini? Also, do you think Mac Mini price will spike soon to high demand? Should we buy now or wait? Not even close. Mac Mini over VPS. VPS is garbage. Anyone recommending VPS has no idea what they're talking about or doing. There's no measurable way using OpenClaw on a VPS is better than local Mac Mini. There's no measurable way. Zero measurable way. It is worse in every single facet or variable there possibly is. Do you think Mac Mini prices will spike? But for good reason. The M5 is going to be incredible. Mac Mini prices will spike, but for good reason. At this point, I still recommend going out and buying a Mac Mini now. You just have to get started. You have to go high velocity. Go, 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 go. Do, right? But I'd also recommend getting the new one. So get both if you can afford it. Rendikith with the 11.99 euros. That's a euro, right? Dude, we are so behind you. Please be just as you are for real. OpenClaw is a new paradigm. That's a fact. Keep going to learn and be kind. We know it's what you are actually. We need you to be our voice. Oh, thank you. I will say this. I know I engage with the trolls a good amount. I think it's fun. I know sometimes I might say mean things to them, but you know, at the end of the day, I just want everyone to win. I think you got to add a little spice and entertainment to the live stream, so I engage with the trolls every once in a while. Okay, keep the spiced entertainment up. There's nothing mean-hearted behind anything I say. I care about you guys. The fact that there's 664 people watching this live stream right now literally makes me want to cry. I haven't cried in like 25 years, so I'm not going to do it, but I'm metaphorically crying. I'm metaphorically crying looking at the fact there's six. That's incredible. I did this live stream for like 8 months with only like 30 people concurrent. And now we're at hundreds every stream. So thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to help people out. I don't take sponsors for this stuff. This is not monetized, this live stream. There's no ads or anything. I do this because it's fun and I appreciate you guys and it means a lot. So thank you. Tony D2 Wilds. Me and Kai, that's a good name for a bot, working on our enterprise, and his number one pillar for me, AI sovereignty. Own your compute, local build server, 70% local by end of year. That's a good goal. I mean, right now, I'd say I'm probably 50-50. I have two orchestrator agents, right? I have two orchestrator agents, which are, let's go to my team here. Henry, which is Anthropic, and Ralph, which is ChatGPT. They're cloud, OAuth. They're kind of the orchestrators. And then we have kind of the staff, Charlie, who's the coder, Violet, who's the researcher, and they're local models, Quen and Minimax. So we're at 50-50 right now. You know, the cloud models are still so good that I don't want to like switch them for the orchestration, but we offload a lot of the tasks to local. But M5 Ultra, man, they drop M5 Ultra. They give me a terabyte of memory. We might go all local. Who knows? We might go all local. And DeepSeek V4, if it's absolute fire. Right. My recommendation isn't for people to go out right now and like buy a $10,000 Mac Studio and run everything locally. That's not it at all. My recommendation is just dip your toes. Dip your toes into local. Local is 100% the future. It's 100% the future. 100% the future is local. 2 years from now, all of us will have Mac Minis on our desk running frontier models locally, 100% securely and privately. We will all be sovereign. We will all be intellectually sovereign. Is that the saying we're going to go with? Intellectually sovereign? We'll all be intellectually sovereign. So just dip your toes. Get local, get a Mac Mini, run a really light model, right? Just dip your toes. If you can afford it, you can go crazy like me, right? Woo. If you can afford it, you can go crazy like me and go Mac Studio 512 gigabyte. If you're crazy like me and you can afford it, go for it, you know? But just dip your toes. Tony D2 Wilds dipping his toes. Tony D2 Wilds going, I love that. 70% local. That's a good goal. I mean, by end of the year, you're going to have crazy. NVIDIA's about to drop their new chip, M5 Ultra. I think it's going to be the biggest leaps in history, the M5 Ultra and the new NVIDIA chip that's about to drop. I'm running my OpenClaw, my Mac Mini, and then set up a spare 3090 and have it running Quen 3.5. I am thinking now how to run a model on my PC, which is a 5080. Thoughts? Exo Labs. Connect your chips, cluster them all. Cluster your Mac Mini and your PC, and it will offload the right processes to each device. So do like pre-fill on your NVIDIAs, which are strong at pre-fill, and then Mac Mini for the other for running it, and it'll be this cluster that'll work really well for you. That's what I recommend. Tony D2 Watch. Shout out Tony D2. Jacob, appreciate you joining. Giga, appreciate you for joining the Fin Fam. Thank you very much. Intellectual sovereignty, baby. What about a Mac Studio cluster? Given the fast architecture, running Kimi K2, seeing out running 20 tokens per second. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to be setting up today is my Mac Studio cluster with 3 Mac Studios. I'm thinking about buying a DGX Spark. I've been waiting for a month for someone from NVIDIA to reach out and give me a free DGX Spark. I've run out of patience, so I think I'm just going to go buy it after this. Why isn't that Mac Studio hold up plugged in? Because I already have 2 of them plugged in. I'm a fan of slowly scaling. Like, I'm maxing out these 2 Mac Studios, and then once I've maxed out the workflow of these 2 Mac Studios, then I'll add in the 3rd one and then add more to the workflow from there. I don't want to just put all 3 together and then just start going crazy. I want to like build my workflow, right? I'm building my workflow. I'm building my factory. I'm building my pipeline, right? Here's my pipeline right now. Henry comes up with the tasks, assigns it to the right agents. The agents start building. Then there's a pull request review from 3 different models. The testing is automated. And then the code gets shipped. I'm scaling. It's not slowly. It's not slowly scaling that. It's scaling. How do I word it? Because I don't want to make it slow is a bad word. You're right. Slow is a bad word. I'm basically avoiding being Jack Dorsey. Right? I'm basically avoiding being Jack Dorsey where I hire 10,000 people and 60% of them are sitting around doing nothing and then he fires half of them a year later. Right? Methodically. I'm scaling methodically. Thank you. I'm scaling methodically, Garrett Watson. I'm trying to avoid hiring 12,000 people and having to fire 6,000 of them a year later. Right? I'm trying not to Jack Dorsey my Mac Studios. I don't want to put all this together and then a year I have to fire a Mac Studio. You know what I'm saying? Deliberately. Yeah, I'm scaling deliberately. Thank you, Talk 378. This is not slow. It's not permanent. I don't have use cases for the 3rd Mac Studio yet. But once I do, we'll plug it in. We're scaling methodically. Just bought my Mac Studio M3 with 512, 4 terabytes. That's the exact one I got, DeMarco. It's the exact one I got, 512 and 4 terabytes. I got 2 of those. The 3rd one has 8 terabytes. Strategically, yes. Way to go. Welcome to the permanent upper class. A chip can only hold so much dip, right? Listen, perfect, Amaya, perfect. I'm not going for another chip until my first chip in my hand is fully loaded with dip. Right? Once this chip has enough dip on it, I'm going to eat it, and then I'll go for the next chip. If I try to grab 5 chips at once and load them all up with dip, and I haven't eaten anything, it's just going to get dip everywhere, and chips are going to be flying, and crumbs will be everywhere, and I'll have to clean it up. So I'm loading up a chip, getting some dip on it, then I'm going to eat it, and then I'll go for another chip. And once I'm ready, I think I could go for like 2 chips at once or get a little bit more dip, then I'm going to do it. But if I just grab a handful of chips and then get dip and put it all in the chips, I'm just going to get dip and chip everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Slice Zen ASMR. Ooh, should I read this comment in ASMR? Hi, Alex. We're going to read this comment in ASMR because Slice Zen ASMR just donated. Hi, Alex. How are you? I just bought a Mac Mini, 24 RAM, 512 gigabyte. What should I start on? AI models based on my Mac Mini. I don't know. Ask your OpenClaw. Thank you for the $17.99 donation. I appreciate it. Small models can crush. $5 donation. Thank you, Jason McNabb. Small models can crush. Give a grade school student a doctorate by RAG. Don't buy 10K CPU day one. Use small local models RAG improves. Yep. Start small, strategically scale. Start small, strategically scale. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Start small. What's everyone laughing at? Start small. Oh, let me place order on that burrito. Let me place order on that burrito. Super burrito. Grilled chicken, super burrito. 20 minutes till it gets here. All right, there we go. Should we do an ASMR corner? Should we do an ASMR corner every live stream? Listen, if you're going to donate money to me and there's ASMR, if you're an ASMR channel donating money to me, I'm going to read your donation in ASMR. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. But could you rate my Zen ASMR channel? Can you rate it? Not making your OpenClaw order your food? I don't know, man. One day. I'm not there yet. I don't have the trust yet where I have my OpenClaw ordering food. All right. Should we do a quick investment corner? Quick investment corner. Why aren't you using anything like Perplexity Computer or Cowork Task? Because here's the deal. And I'm going to test, Alex, I have a DJX Spark and I've given access to my computer in Europe. I'd happily give you access to it through Parsec if you want to try out some things. Nah, I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to try Perplexity Computer, but here's what it comes down to is OpenClaw is open source, completely extensible, completely customizable. I can do anything I want with OpenClaw. Cowork, Perplexity, I'm sure they're great products. I'm sure. But you're stuck within the guardrails of those tools. If Cowork doesn't do something you want it to do, you can't edit it. You can't change it. You can't add to it. You can't build a dashboard for it. Right? Like, do you know how incredible it is, man? Just being able to spin stuff up like this, just being able to spin up a factory and I can watch my team go. Do you know how freeing and amazing that is? How beautiful that is? You can't do that with Claude Cowork. And I'm sure Claude Cowork's a powerful tool, but you also know what? If Claude Cowork ever does something that OpenClaw can't do, you know what I do? I just tell my OpenClaw to build it. Right? Like today, Factory just came out with a new feature. It's like a mission feature. Factory AI. They just came out with a mission feature today where you like describe a mission and then your AI breaks it down into tasks. And I literally just took the blog post and I gave it to my OpenClaw and I said, build it. And then it built it. I'd much rather that system. I just build whatever I want. If I want my OpenClaw to do something, it just builds it. You know? Cursor released that new demo feature where everything in Vibe Codes it demos itself. I just built it. I just said OpenClaw build this and it built it. That's why OpenClaw is so much better, you know? That's why I love OpenClaw. And listen, I want Cowork and all of them to succeed because the more ideas they come up with, the more I can copy and put into my OpenClaw. You know what I'm saying? Brian Hitchie with the $9.99, no message. Thank you, Brian. That's very kind of you. I hope the live stream's equally as helpful and entertaining. I try to make these helpful and entertaining. Somebody wants to pay you 10K for what? For a chess tutor. Listen, I'll do it, man. I'll do it for 10K. I'll do it. For 10K, I'll do it. I'll build a chess tutor. I forgot who offered that, but whoever offered that, DM me on X. I'll do it for 10K. I'll build you a chess tutor. $10 donation from Jason McNabb. Jason, very kind. I'm making a Jason agent. I'm telling you. When I set up this third Mac studio, I'm making a Jason agent. Rag lets an AI look up relevant documents before replying, feeding expert sources, lets even a tiny model answer with expert level accuracy on these topics. Pick expert docs and sources for, yeah, you can, even if you buy a Mac Mini, you can use like a Gemma model, like a really lightweight Gemma model that runs and just runs your memory for you. So anyone can run local models. It doesn't matter how cheap your computer is. You can run like a really small Gemma model that just manages your memory for you. So everyone should be dabbling with local. Everyone should be doing it. Alex, what's your preferred method for UI testing for agents? Just the OpenClaw relay, or is there a faster way? How do you achieve independent with DB data for regression? Playwright. So first of all, if you take this question, you put it into your OpenClaw, it'll give you options. But mine does Playwright to test things out. It uses a bunch of different AI models, go in and then test like for bugs and lint and stuff like that. So there's different ways to do it. Favorite beef jerky recipe? Poverty Thor $2 donation. I don't have one. Send one to me though. I'd love to hear yours. Send it to me. Poverty Thor, send me your jerky recipe. Thank you for the $2 donation. Brian, have you seen the SwitchBot AI hub that runs OpenClaw? What's that? SwitchBot. What does it say? AI hub. Is this something you built and you're just trying to get a free advertisement out of it? SwitchBot AI hub. What is this? For $260, what does it do? Next gen AI hub built-in VLM. It seems pretty cool. I'd rather buy a Mac Mini. Thank you though for the $4.99 donation. I gotta look into it more. Cluster Exo Local. Yeah, I'm thinking about buying the Spark so I can cluster it. Hey, Alex, OpenClaw model question. ChatGPT, OAuth, Codex versus Claude Code Opus. Is Opus noticeably better or pretty close? Hey, Alex, OpenClaw model question. ChatGPT, OAuth, Codex versus Codex. Yeah, Opus is noticeably better. From a personality perspective, Opus is noticeably better. I hate to say it because Anthropic has been doing kind of, some anti-consumer things with banning people and stuff. But Opus is noticeably better. It just is. It's noticeably better. From a personality perspective, it's noticeably better. You know what I'm saying, big dog? Personality perspective, it just like feels more human. It talks more human. From a coding perspective, Codex is just as good as Opus at coding. Codex is just as good. But for me, personality means a lot. Like I want it to feel human. I want it to feel human when I talk to it. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that Opus does a much better job. Codex kind of feels robotic when you talk to it, but it is what it is. Thank you for the 69 MAD. Is that like the currency from like Mad Max? I mean, you look like you could be in Mad Max with that gear you're wearing. Well, thank you for the MAD. What's a MAD? MAD currency. What's MAD? The Moroccan dirham. Thank you for the 69 Moroccan dirham. Woo! That's my first Moroccan dirham. I'll be hanging that on my wall. Shout out Morocco. I've never been, but I hear good things. Shout out Morocco. Goon AI Squad. What? Goon? I'm never going to get a sponsor of this live stream if you guys keep saying Goon in my chat. Grateful for these lives, Alex. I've honestly learned so much, and you crack me up. Thinking about joining Vibe Coding Academy. Are there more lives? Yeah, you get a 2-hour live every week in there. There's a live boot camp every week. Live OpenClaw boot camp, 2 hours. And not only is it live, you can ask me questions. You can unmute and say, hey, Alex, I got a question. And then I'll respond to your question and give you the answer. And then you get access to the last 5 live boot camps when you join. Vibe Coding Academy, link down below. That's how we pay the bills around here. Alex, what is your outlook for the workforce and AI replacement 4-7 years? I'm glad you asked that. I'm going to try to answer this before the burrito gets here. So obviously yesterday, Jack Dorsey announced he fired 4,000 people. He blamed it on AI. I'm going to be honest. I think that's a lie. I don't think it's because of AI. I think it's because he overhired. I think it's it's easy to blame AI. You say, oh, we're replacing all AI. Your stock price goes up. If you fire him because things are struggling, you overhired, stock price goes down. So it makes a lot more sense to blame it on AI than say, oh, I just mismanaged and overhired the last few years, right? That's number one. Number two, though, I do think AI will be disruptive to jobs. I do think it will be disruptive. I do believe we'll have a 1 to 2 year period of mass disruption. And I believe we're entering that period right now. And I believe that will only accelerate as corporations start adopting OpenClaw. I think as corporations start adopting OpenClaw, it will accelerate the disruption, which will lead to job loss. But I do believe on the other side is a lot more job gains. I do believe that. Why do I believe that? Because people are going to realize over the next year that the current state of AI, both OpenClaw, Claude Cowork, all those, are going to allow you to accelerate faster than you've ever accelerated in your life. It's going to allow people to come up with businesses, come up with products, build them and ship them literally 4,000 times faster than you ever have in your entire life. And when people start realizing this, when the doers start realizing this, they're going to start shipping products. They're going to start building businesses. They're going to start making millions of dollars. And them doing this will allow them to create jobs. It will allow them to hire people, right? And so, yes, you're going to have people fired. You're going to have thousands of people fired from Block because of mismanagement. Yes. But then on the other side of that, you're going to get all the benefits of AI, disinflation, things getting cheaper, things like that. And you'll also get tons of people who are going to realize they can build any product they want, any business they want in no time. And that will lead to job growth and creation. You will see a lot of businesses being born, micro businesses being born from people who realize they can build products and businesses really easily. And that will lead to a lot of jobs being created. The challenge is there's that period in the middle. There's that period in the middle where AI hasn't been digested into the system yet. And so these builders haven't discovered it yet. The builders, right now, it's just the very early on, cutting edge people like me and you, right? The people in the 673 people in this live stream and me that have discovered this. This hasn't been digested into the larger market yet. So there aren't tons of people going out and starting businesses and building products. But we are getting people fired. People are getting fired because of it. So we have this period right now of mass disruption where people are losing jobs. But I do believe in the next 1 to 2 years, it will get digested into the system. People will discover OpenClaw. People will discover Claude Code. People will discover these tools, and businesses will start being born overnight. They'll build products, they'll ship it, they'll start making money. Businesses will be born overnight, which will lead to a lot of job growth because those micro businesses will start hiring people off, right? They'll hire more people and job growth will happen. You just need to survive these 1 to 2 years. And better yet than even surviving 1 to 2 years is thriving in these 1 to 2 years, going out and thriving, learning these tools and building cool things and starting your own businesses and being those people that start the businesses and hiring people. That's the opportunity right now. That's the opportunity you have right now that I highly encourage everyone to take advantage of, which you probably are taking advantage of because you're watching this live stream. You're watching this live stream, this jabroni in this small 1-bedroom apartment with this small $20 light on him, learning about OpenClaw and AI, spewing into the microphone. So now is your opportunity to strike. Now is your opportunity to be the people that take advantage of that while it's still in this 1 to 2 period of mass disruption, right? As they say in Game of Thrones, chaos is a ladder. Chaos is a ladder. And right now it's mass chaos. Right now, every time you see one of these tweets from Jack Dorsey saying we just fired 5,000 people, that's an indicator there is chaos in the streets. That's an indicator there is blood in the streets. That's an indicator now is the time to strike. When there's chaos in the streets, now is your time to strike as aggressively and violently as humanly possible. You need to be striking as violently as you can. You see a Mac Studio and it can boost your business, you go and aggressively obtain it. You see a new tool that can speed up your business, you aggressively learn how to use it. Strike as violently as possible while there's chaos in the streets. $20. Thank you, Jacob Jeremiah, for another $5 donation. That means a lot. Taz Talks 9139, $20 donation. I am new to all this and stood up my OpenClaw instance on a Mac Mini. I have asked it to build a dashboard similar to what you call your mission. It keeps missing all deadlines and apologized thoughts. What model are you using? You got to be using Anthropic or ChatGPT. ChatGPT will work too. Here's another thing. Anytime your OpenClaw messes up and doesn't do something you want, say, this is what you did wrong. Tell me why you did it wrong and tell me how we can prevent this from ever happening again. And what it'll do is it'll self-improve its system. It'll figure out what it did wrong, fix it, and self-improve so it doesn't happen again. As long as every time your OpenClaw messes up, you say, why did you do that and how do we prevent it from happening again? It'll self-improve and it'll constantly get better. My OpenClaw is stupid sometimes, but we're constantly improving. Alexander with the $5 Australian. I think that's what a $ means. Australian. That has to be what it means, right? Hey, Alex, love your content. How's Creator Buddy going? Any recent updates? Sell it to me. On that note, any OpenClaw marketing videos coming? Alexander, how's Creator Buddy going? It's going great. We're up 25% revenue in the last month on Creator Buddy. If you get it, you'll go viral on X and get rich. How's that for a pitch? Does that get you on it? Thank you for the $5 Australian. It's great. I mean, I use it daily. Using it right now. My latest tweet sitting here. I'm going to send it out. It's great. It's excellent. You'll love it. It'll make your PP bigger. Shashruka Smale 327, $50 Canadian. Always enjoying the content information. Keep it going, Alex. Thank you. That's amazing. $50 Canadian. That is way too much. Very kind to you. Shashruk Shemale 327. Very kind to you. You just donated me all that money and I just butchered your name to absolute bits. I am not worthy of that money. Thank you very much. That is very kind to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very kind. Very, very kind. Dorsey always overhires. He massively overhired Twitter. No profit in 2 years, causing AIs. Yeah, I mean, here's the issue. When you scapegoat AI like Jack did in that tweet, you make normies who don't understand what the hell's going on hate AI. You do. And that sucks. And the approval rating of AI in America is so low. It is so low. The normies hate AI. The normies hate AI because of tweets like that, because of all this scapegoating AI. And it sucks. They shouldn't do it. They really, it's irresponsible. In China, it's 80% approval rating AI in China. They love AI in China. They love it. In America, they hate it. And that sucks. It's not good. AI in the AM. That's a good name for a show. I like that. Got old PC with 64 gigabytes RAM. Good Claw start before Mac buy? Yeah, 100%. Start there. Build out your use cases. And then when you're ready to expand methodically, then you can go to a Mac. But no, perfect place to start. Don't overthink it. Install it and go. Warriors. Patriots lost. I'm never doing Warriors again. You make Warriors your catchphrase and then you lose the Super Bowl. I can't use it anymore. Dorsey is dead to us. He went from boosting AI coding to scapegoating it. Yeah. I like Jack Dorsey, but man, you shouldn't scapegoat AI. You're going to make people hate it. You're going to make people hate it. What's your total cost per month running AI now from everything you have going on? I pay $200 a month for Anthropic Max. I pay $250 a month for ChatGPT Pro, whatever they call it. And that's it. I mean, I pay for every other tool, right? I'm on Cursor's plan. I'm on Factory's plan. I pay for all of them. But that's mostly to test because I'm a content creator. So I have to be on like the cutting edge of all this. So I pay for it all. But my OpenClaw setup is 100% Anthropic and ChatGPT OAuth, and then local models. How close do you get to using all the usage? Not close at all. I use it a ton. Because I offload my work to local models. Claude usage, settings, usage. Am I gonna reveal anything if I share this screen? I literally am on OpenClaw all day, every day. And my usage is like nothing. Because I offload all coding to local models. I offload research to local models. That's the power of using local models. How do you get around Anthropic's API limits? I'm on like their highest API tier because Anthropic powers my Creator Buddy. Creator Buddy is completely powered by Anthropic. So I requested a higher tier, so I get tons of usage. Can you show us the game? Did I show it a second ago? It's self-improving. It's self-improving. Agents are working on it right now in the factory. You can see the leaderboard on the right-hand side. This is going to be multiplayer. You guys will be able to play this. I want to put this online. Everyone will be able to play it together. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. What local model for coding? Quen 3.5 and Minimax 2.5. Do you have multiple agents on one OpenClaw or multiple OpenClaws with its own? I have multiple OpenClaws. I use multiple OpenClaws. This is all 100% built by my factory, by my software factory. I gave one prompt and it's been building this continuously, just improving it. Wow. Oh, I forgot to put the chat on the screen for the Twitch community. Wow, that's really impressive. Will you be able to guarantee that there's no RCE vulnerabilities with the player client? I don't know. Sure. Do you like older models? I like all models. Do you like older models? Yeah, I'm not Epstein. I like older models. Are you able to request more usage? The API limits have been causing me lots of problems like last few days. The burrito's not downstairs. It's 2 minutes away. Are you able to request more API limits because it's been causing me lots of problems? I think if you email Anthropic, you can request higher limits. Hello, do you have a video guide that explains how to set up your current setup with a team of AI agents that you're featured in latest live stream? I don't. Oh, I did a boot camp yesterday in Vibe Coding Academy that went over it. So if you want that, it's in the Vibe Coding Academy. I did a boot camp, but I will put out a video on it when I get back from all the stuff I'm doing over the week and a half. A couple things real quick. First of all, absolutely love you guys. Truly. From my heart of hearts, we've been at 650 the entire last hour and a half. I truly appreciate and love all of you. Thank you for watching this, being a part of this. What kind of burrito? A chicken super burrito. It's got everything on it. Do you have a demo of your mission control? I'll put out a YouTube video in the next week with the demo of the mission control. 650 consistent for 2 hours is unbelievable. Thank you so much. It is an honor. It's incredible. I truly love you all. This is the most fun I have all week. It's amazing. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you learn something. And more importantly, I hope you laugh, have fun, enjoy it. I got some bad news. The next week and a half is going to be the busiest week of my entire life. I am going around. I'm doing things. I am talking at the Abundance 360 conference. I'm talking at the Abundance 360 conference, which is Peter Diamandis' conference in Los Angeles. I'll be doing a 2-hour talk on OpenClaw to some of the most important people in the entire world. It's going to be unbelievable. In 2 hours, I'm filming moonshots of Peter Diamandis, which is going to be incredible. It's going to be amazing. So, unfortunately, there will be no live streams for the next week and a half. We will be back Wednesday, March, whatever 2 weeks from 2 days ago is. Wednesday, March 11th, we'll be back. Wednesday, March 11th will be the next live stream. Unfortunately, the next week and a half is going to be the craziest week and a half of my life. Tons going on, meeting some of the most incredible people I'll ever meet. Amazing things going on. So unfortunately, for the next week and a half, I will be gone, but I will return March 11th. I hope you turn on notifications so you get alerted the moment we're back. Turn on notifications down below so you're alerted the moment I go live again. I will try to film videos over this next week and a half. Damn, taking off in the prime of this chat. Yeah, well, my burrito's about to get here. Everything I do is for you guys, though. I love you guys, truly. The only reason I do all this is try to educate and entertain. It's really it. So thank you so much, all of you. Truly, from my heart of hearts, I love you. I cannot express it enough. The next week and a half is going to be life-changing. I wish I could stream during it all, but I won't be able to. But I will be back in a week and a half. The fact that you guys just sit here and watch this is amazing. Play around, experiment, have fun this next week and a half. Try new things, get uncomfortable, feel discomfort. Push your setups to your limit. Push yourself to your limit. Do unbelievable things. Make the most of this time. We live in the best time ever to be alive, the greatest time ever to be alive. My burrito's here. Love you all. I will see you Wednesday, the 11th. In the meantime, reach out, DM me, go on X, whatever. I'll be in contact. Love you all. We will talk very soon.